This man is Marcus Gale. He's a title-winning Brentford legend and he played at a World Cup. This is Carly Osborne. He played 161 times for us and he won League Two back in 2009. And I'm Stu Wakeford and I paid £110 once just to play in a game at Griffin Park with some other fans. This is the warm-up and here's what's coming up on today's show. Look lads, I've put us in like ability order. Hang on, actually, you go down there a bit, mate. That's better, innit?
Yeah, get your money's worth up there.
I'm not saying it was all down to me, but on Monday I spoke to Bryan Mbeumo about his goal celebrations and if he had any new ones. And then, well, we all know what happened the next day. What's it going to be like?
And another one.
In that Forest Green game, Vitaly made his 50th appearance for the club. So we thought we'd fire 50 questions at him, just for a little reward. Messi or Ronaldo?
Messi.
Mads Roslev, Mads Bidstrup or Mads Beck?
Mads.
And it was the lads who had the questions, as on FIFA Headshot Day, we challenged them to guess who was who on last year's game.
Why is his head so wide? Nah, he looks like Shrek.
Only the face like Harry Maguire, but...
That looks like me, huh?
Sorry, Marcus, I know FIFA and FIFA Face is a bit of a touchy subject for you, mate, but you've got to let it go. Last week we had our first away day for a long, long time. I had an absolutely great day, but did I have such a good time because it was our first away day, or was it actually a really enjoyable match, Marcus?
It was an enjoyable match. I know there weren't no goals, but the entertainment was good enough. I think we gave a good account of ourselves, and I'm talking about the fans mainly. You know, the good numbers. We can hear you. I was in the director's box, and it was a great occasion for the fans.
Just dropped that one in director's box.
Look at him, stepped up, isn't he?
What did we learn from the game, Carly?
I think we learned a lot. I think the way that Brentford managed the game, I think the way they set up, the way they pinpointed certain areas and how they was going to capitalise in the game against Palace. I thought it was a good, solid performance, to be honest. I think it showed both sides. We know Brentford can create and play football, but they're showing the other side of the game where you've got to, be a little bit gritty, be a little bit nasty at times, slow things down when it's the right time to slow things down. I thought it was a good, professional performance. I would say a very good professional performance.
A lot of positives. But Patrick Vieira was really actually complimentary about us after. Here's what he said about us, and in particular Thomas's kind of tactical switch almost in the second half. He said they worked really hard for each other, they're well organised and there's some quality in the team. They made it really difficult for us, obviously. A couple of tricks the manager did in the second half. Maybe this is one of the reasons why we didn't see Conor Gallagher as much as we did in the first half. Marcus, why was it so important to minimise Conor Gallagher's influence in the game?
He had not the free run of the pitch, but he was making some really good, intelligent forward runs. Hit the crossbar early on. That was one of the warning signs, but he combined well with Zaha. Zaha was pulling out wide and Conor was running into that gap that he created, and we didn't really have anyone picking him up at that moment. So to change it over, to identify it and to execute someone to be on him was spot on.
It's twice in 2 weeks now, isn't it, that Thomas and the staff have got it tactically spot on, promising?
Yeah, very promising. I think Thomas is very tactically aware anyway. I think he's fantastic as a manager in terms of his connection with the players. I think when he says something, the players automatically want to do it for him. You can see that on the pitch. They want to work for him. Whenever they score, they're always celebrating with him and things like that. So for me, he's showing just how good a manager he is now in this test. And I think he'll keep going from strength to strength.
It wasn't just Gallagher, he also managed to keep Zaha quiet, which was something that we discussed last week, didn't we, Marcus?
Yeah, you can see that it wasn't just one person onto Zaha, there was multiple people onto him, particularly Sergi and Christopher. And that was part of that game plan, I would say, is to try and frustrate him because he has a massive influence on the team. If he's positive, the team follows that, but if he's negative, the team kind of reflect him as well. So I don't want to take any credit for him, but I think we really done a good number on it.
I mean, if Thomas is listening to us, we've got problems. I know Carly did a great job with him a couple of times. Some managers last weekend, Solskjaer, a few others, Klopp, said that this new way of refereeing the game, where it's flowing a little bit more, maybe a bit more lenient, maybe it's gone a bit too far. Do you think on another day Zaha might have had a few more free kicks, Carly?
I think he may have had a few more free kicks, but I don't agree that it's gone too far. I think the difference is now managers aren't getting the softer free kicks that they would have got before, so now they're not so happy with that. I think it's better the game flows. We want to see the game flow, and I'm sure the players would rather the game flow than it being stop-started all the time for silly things. I think the players just need to adjust a little bit, but other than that, I think it's good to see.
I love it.
It's more exciting for the fans as well. Instead of the stop-start, they want to see tackles. That seemed to have gone out the window the last few years, but it seems to be coming back now, and it makes for a better product.
Like all good managers, Thomas actually thought we could maybe have got something a bit more from the game. This is what he said after the game. He said, I think if we won 1-0, you couldn't have said anything to that. So I'm sitting here slightly disappointed, actually. Under pressure, we were extremely good, high, middle, very aggressive going forward, winning the ball lots of times under pressure in the first half, but especially in the second half. But after we won it, we didn't have enough quality or coolness to get massive chances. Carly, looking at that last line about the chances and the coolness, is that something that will come in a few games? It's rather get the solidity at the back, and then we know we can do the kind of attacker stuff later.
Yeah, I think it's something that will kind of develop as the games go on, and the new players settle in a little bit. Everyone gets used to the league again and things like that. So I think it will. I think it needs to, because we need to create chances. We need to score goals to give ourselves the best chance. But I think Thomas Frank will be very happy with the fact that his team is very solid at the moment, very solid, and he'll want to keep it that way. And then if you add the attacking prowess that we've got and they start scoring goals, I think we're very dangerous.
We've still got the likes of Matthias Jensen and Justin Silva to come back as well, haven't we, Marcus? So.
Yeah, we've got players that have got great creativity. They can unlock defences with movement, skill, precision passing. They can get themselves forward and get goals as well. So we've got that to look forward to. But the hardest part about any game is scoring the goals.
Yeah.
But that will definitely come. We've got a great striker in Tony. We've got players like Marcus Force that will come in, chip in and get his goals. Bryan is going to chip in and do his goals as well. So I'm not too worried about that, but the longer we leave it, it might start weighing more pressure onto the midfield and the defensive half of our team.
Well, one man that Marcus just mentioned there, Bryan, did come close to breaking the deadlock. His free kick hitting the bar on Saturday, and I had 10 minutes with him in the week, and here's how we got on. Bryan, how's it going, mate? You good?
Yeah, I'm good. You?
Not too bad, thanks. Look, you've been in the club 3 years now, and I've never had the chance to sit down with you, and I don't feel like I know loads about you. I know that you're a brilliant footballer, you're one of the smiliest footballers, and I know that you're very good at computer games, but that's about it, really. So I wanted to go back to the start, really. Like I say, you are always smiling. I always see you around the training ground, quite mischievous smile, and you're always up to something, having a bit of fun.
Yeah.
What were you like that as a kid as well? Were you always getting in trouble as a kid and stuff?
Yeah, every time, yeah. I love to make jokes and, yeah, make love with the other guys.
At school then, were you in your football teams, were you kind of always the laugh and like the joker in the changing room?
Yeah, every time. I think I'm the funniest guy in the club.
Yeah, you're saying that you are. Yeah. To be fair, they all say you are as well. And what about growing up playing football? Did you play for your local side, or were you playing for a professional team at a young age?
When I was younger, I played to my born city.
Yeah.
Yeah, whose name was Avalon.
Yeah. So the local team.
Yeah. I moved to Troyes.
Yeah.
So yeah, professional team. So now they are at Ligue 1 in France, and I've been searching to 20, and just signed my first professional contract there.
Yeah.
Before to move here.
Were you one of those kids that just scored all the time? Were you
yeah.
always a striker, like a winger kind of thing?
Yeah, I was winger as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was winger, but yeah, I scored some goals as well.
Yeah.
I was young.
And growing up there, who were the nearest clubs?
The nearest club professional?
Yeah.
It was Auxerre, yeah.
All right. So did you grow up supporting them?
No, I'm not supporting Auxerre.
Nah.
Yeah.
How come?
I don't know. I didn't like.
Nah. Who did you like?
I used to like Lyon.
Really?
Yes.
So who did they have back then? Did they have like Benzema back then, or
yeah, Benzema, Govou, Juninho.
the free kicks?
Yeah, unbelievable. Huh?
Can you take free kicks like him? Because you take free kicks sometimes, don't
Yeah,
you?
sometimes.
Yeah.
But no, his technique is too much for me, I think. Yeah, it's too much.
And then, so obviously, then you've come over to England as well. And how have you found it? What do you do in your spare time here? Because again, I see you play a lot of computer games, right?
Yeah, I love to play video games. I think I'm a geek, maybe.
A computer game geek?
Yeah, I think so.
Have you got like the gamer setup and all that?
Yeah, big setup. Two
Yeah.
screens, a mic. Yeah, sometimes I like.
Yeah. And so what do you? I'm not very good at this kind. So do you talk to people while you're playing, like your opponents and that?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
I used to play Warzone. If someone kill me, I can say something and they can hear me. So sometimes it's some bad thing, you know, when you get angry.
So you just say.
Yeah, but yeah, it can happen. But I used to don't die.
Nah.
Yeah.
And you do Twitch, is that right? You stream your games and stuff?
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, last year I used to do some Twitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I play FIFA.
Tariq does Twitch as well, doesn't he?
Tariq?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, he likes it. Yeah. But you're really good at FIFA, I heard.
Yeah, I'm quite good.
Are you the best at the club?
No, maybe not.
Who's the best?
I think Vita is the best.
Really?
FIFA, yeah. Vita is very good at FIFA.
I didn't know that about him.
Yeah.
Who do you always play with?
I'm not playing with the team. I play Ultimate Team.
Who's in your team? Have you bought you?
Yeah. I have me in the bench.
On the bench?
Yeah.
Why not starting?
I'm not good enough in the game.
FIFA needs to sort you out and get you up, but you'll get a bump this year, surely.
Yeah, maybe.
You'll go up.
So.
And let's talk about you playing wise, because it seems at the moment you really seem to be flourishing in that relationship with Ivan as a front two.
Yeah.
How do you enjoy that playing as a front two?
Yeah, I like to play as a front two. I used to play like this in Troyes before, so as I said, and yeah, I have good relationship with him outside the pitch as well.
Yeah.
So I think it's easier to commit in the pitch and play well.
Because since you've been here, obviously you played out wide in the famous BMW, and then last year played out wide and came inside a little bit more. Is it tough for you then? You have to keep changing the way you play and stuff like that?
I think in the football you always have to adapt. Either if you play on the side, on the front. So I think you have maybe 1-2 games to adapt, and after you move, and
Yeah, and one thing I want to know about is the celebration. I love the celebration, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah, it's come from a group chat with my friends.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't know why someone just made this, and yeah, it was just to mention them.
And then so now you just do that?
Yeah.
And you don't really
I
know
have
where
a
it's
new
come
one
from?
now.
You've got a new one?
Yeah.
But we haven't seen it yet?
Soon.
Are
Yeah.
you going to give me a clue?
Yeah.
What's it going to be like?
Just and another one,
Yeah?
but just keep it.
So you keep
In
one
my
quiet,
pocket, yeah.
and then
In my
we
pocket,
know that one.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully
Yeah.
we see that very, very soon, mate. Cheers for your time.
Thank you.
He's a funny man. I tell you what, with Dom, I think he is definitely the funniest man in the squad. Lads, funniest players in your teams?
I would go firstly Billy Manuel, left back,
Yep.
midfielder. He had some good jokes. He kept the change room lively. And I think the second one I would say was Ricky Newman in his one season there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
That
very
surprises
funny.
me, Ricky Newman.
Nah, he didn't appear that way on the pitch. He was
No,
very serious, but off the
scary.
pitch he was completely and utterly crazy at times.
Carly, a bit quicker. This was meant to be a quick question.
I'm going to go with probably Mickey Spillane.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
lively.
definitely a very different
I've
character.
heard actually. Well, look, it was good to see Bryan get off the mark on Tuesday with that goal against Forest Green for the season. They said he'd do the new celebration. I don't think that was the new celebration. I'm pretty sure we've seen that already. Lads, Forest Green gave us a bit of a scare, didn't they, on Tuesday night, Carly?
Yeah, they did. They came with confidence. They came with energy. They moved the ball and passed the ball really well. Better at times than Brentford, especially in the first half. But yeah, they was a good team. Gave Brentford some trouble, but Brentford kind of, second half came out, did things right, and then obviously then eventually won the game. So
What was that different second half, Marcus?
I just think we had that energy. I think with Sergi coming on in particular, it gave us that sort of drive down the right hand side and got the crowd lifted as well. And that's what's special about players here like Sergi, that he can lift and change the mood of a game. Obviously Frank as well in the midfield came on and shut people down and just got us onto that front foot. That's what we desperately needed.
Sergi's having a great start to the season, isn't he, Carly?
yeah, he is. His confidence must be sky high. It was brilliant when he came on. You just saw the difference in quality, like that he brought, which was brilliant. Again, when Bryan come on as well, obviously he's done fantastic, grabbed the goal. You could just see the level went up a little bit, and Forest Green struggled. They worked hard as well. They worked so hard in trying to close Brentford down and things like that. So you could see their energy start to fade, and Brentford really start to push on.
But what's impressed me with Serge is that I think I saw a stat the other day that he's the most, he's made the most tackles as a right back, and he's not a right back.
Yeah.
But it shows you how well he's done fitting into that right wing back position.
A little Vita glimpse of him at centre half. I liked it. What did you think?
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed him at left side centre half. He was good.
Yeah.
And it seemed to allow Dom to be a bit freer.
Oh, what a second half he had.
Yeah.
Great.
Dom was brilliant second half, and you saw more of him. And I think, listen, it looks like he can play anywhere he wants.
What more impressed me was that he was just driving forward with the ball and without it, and he just put Forest Green under so much pressure. We had the numerical advantage in that midfield when Vita stepped out with it.
It's something we've seen a bit this year. Chris as well, we've seen a lot.
Yeah.
He made a lot of strides down this side. It's a little bit like Sheffield United had the overlapping centre halves. We've got the underlap. Is that what you'd call it?
Is
that
that
good
that's
terms?
good for you.
Yeah.
That's good for you. That's not bad.
Coach Waitford. Yes, I'm going to be a coach. Well, that was Vita's 50th appearance in a Brentford shirt. So I asked him 50 questions, obviously. Vita, how are you today?
Good.
What's your favourite Brentford game?
Arsenal.
Favourite team growing up?
Manchester United.
Favourite player growing up?
Ronaldinho.
Favourite team now?
Manchester United.
Favourite player now?
No one.
Messi or Ronaldo?
Messi.
Mads Roslev, Mads Bidstrup or Mads Beck?
Mas.
What's the best thing about England?
The football fans.
What's the weirdest thing about England?
The weather.
What's the thing you miss most about Germany?
Family.
What's the best day of your life?
When I'm engaged.
Your best mate at Brentford?
Oh, many.
Who's the best dressed player at Brentford?
Me.
Who's the worst dressed player at Brentford?
Mbeumo, Bryan.
What's your favourite item of clothing?
T-shirt.
Who's the best player you've played with?
Navigator.
Who's the best player you've played against?
Said Ben Rahma.
What's the best stadium you've played in?
Sorry?
Best stadium you've played in?
Old Trafford.
The most underrated Brentford player?
Me.
Best ever German player?
Kimmich.
Coolest person at Brentford?
Me.
Funniest player at Brentford?
Charlie Gold.
If you couldn't be you, who would you be?
No one.
Favourite thing about being a footballer?
Sorry?
Favourite thing about being a footballer?
I don't know.
What advice would you give a young footballer?
Hard work.
What do you want to be when you finish playing football?
I don't know.
Who's the most famous person in your phone book?
My missus.
What's your favourite non-football sports person?
Non-sport person, no one. I don't know.
What time do you go to bed?
12.
What's the last thing you cooked?
Penne pesto.
Have you ever been starstruck?
No.
Favourite food?
Pizza.
Favourite drink?
Cola with lemon.
Did you like school?
Yeah.
What was your favourite subject?
Like what?
What was your favourite subject?
What was the subject?
Like maths or like maths, English.
I don't like it.
Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Night in or night out?
Night in.
Favourite film?
Many.
Favourite musician?
German rap.
Favourite actor?
No one.
Can you play a musical instrument?
No.
You got any special talents?
Nothing.
How would you describe yourself as a player in 3 words?
Good guy, funny, friendly.
Where's your next holiday going to be?
Greece.
Favourite goal you've scored?
Stoke.
Favourite goal someone else has scored?
I don't know.
If you were invisible for a day, what would you do?
Eat, drink a coffee, cake.
If you could take one attribute from any other Brentford player, what would it be?
What is a tribute?
Like talent or thing they're good at?
I don't know.
What about any player in the world?
What about?
Same question for any player in the world.
I have no questions.
Was that okay?
Yeah.
Fair play, Vita. That's not easy to do 50 questions that quickly. We've had some bargains, but surely not many better than him.
Oh no, he's brilliant. He's got a massive future ahead of him.
Yeah.
I think he'll be in the full Germany squad very soon. I really like him.
Are you that sure? I'm just as sure as you. But the way he said
it,
the way he said it, as if he knows. But I agree with him. He's
right.
He's not a bargain. He's more than a bargain.
Yeah, I mean, go on, David Dickinson. Villa tomorrow. We'll need him tomorrow, won't we? Again.
Yeah, we're going to need everybody out there to perform. As we've touched on, the defence is solid. The midfield is solid. Up front is getting into shape with the movement, the goals. So we're going to need everybody at full speed, and I'm confident we can get something over there as well.
They've won one, they've lost one. I've got a friend who's a Villa fan and was at the Watford game, so they were dreadful, absolutely dreadful, but got a lot better against Newcastle. Made a lot of business on the window. I think, for me, some of the best business in the Premier League. Is this going to be another club that maybe it's going to take a few weeks for us to see the strength of them, Carly?
I think it will take a few weeks because they've brought in a few different players. They've obviously lost Jack Grealish, which is massive. Everything kind of went through Jack Grealish. So I think it will take a little bit of time. So that might be a good thing for Brentford in terms of playing them early. But there's no, you can't doubt the quality they have. They've got some fantastic players. You've got Danny Ings, who we all know is a fantastic forward. Brought in Leon Bailey, Buendia. So they've got some real quality, and Brentford are going to have to be on their mettle to make sure they're at it tomorrow.
Also, reunion with some old friends, Dean Smith, Ezri Konsa, Ollie if he is fit. Sometimes players leave clubs in kind of not the greatest terms. People like yourselves leave on great terms and obviously got a good relationship with
We're back here, aren't we?
Yeah, exactly. But these three are the same, aren't they? They left on good terms, and it'll be nice to see them until 3 o'clock, right?
Yeah, there's that competitive edge once the whistle's blown, but look, they was all great for us. We didn't really see everything of Ezri Konsa, but we had one season with him, saw that potential. It's now materialising in the Premier League. We know the qualities of Ollie and Dean as well. So it'd be good to see them, but come 3 o'clock, they're going to know what they're up against. They know that Thomas wants to win, we want to win, and that's what we're aiming to do.
I loved watching Dean Smith's side, Carly. Such a lovely man as well. How similar is this Villa side to the Brentford side that he managed?
I think it's similar in terms of the principles that he's tried to instill into his team. I think he's kind of done that with all the teams he's managed. But I think they've been at a higher level a little bit longer. And I think the quality that he had with his Brentford team and what he has now at Villa is obviously different as well. So it allows him to do more. But I think, like I said, there'll be some principles that he's instilled in his team that he instilled in his Brentford team as well.
Is there anything in the fact that him and Thomas work so closely together? Is there anything in that? And also, I think the Villa technical director or sporting director was at Lingby with Thomas as well. There's a lot of links between Thomas and their kind of management team and stuff. Is there anything in that, Thomas and Dean having worked in an office and worked day to day inside out with each other, Marcus?
There is probably something in there. I've been more interested with our head-to-head with Villa over the last few seasons when they was in the Championship. I don't think they've beaten us, so we've got probably that little edge going into the match. Is that, we've played well against them, home and away. Yes, we know it's another level now, but it will have the interesting battles on the pitch and off the pitch, as you just mentioned. So hopefully we come out on top.
It's weird you said that, because I was listening to a Villa podcast and they were saying, Brentford, they've just got these horrible memories of us from in the Championship. They also spoke about how they don't do too well against teams that kind of hound them and close them down and press them. That's one of our strengths, isn't it, Carly?
Yeah, it is, and I think it's definitely one of our strengths this season. We've shown that in the first 2 games. So that will be, we'll have to do that again. We need to make sure we bring that horrible side, the game management side, frustrate Villa, kind of knock them off their momentum. So that's going to be very key, and we'll see how Villa deal with it.
Toughest test so far?
Yeah, I don't want to be disrespectful to the previous 2 opponents, but yeah, we're up against a very good side, a side similar to us in terms of how they approach things as well. They're honest, hard-working. They don't really believe all their hype. They've just got good players that perform week in, week out. So that's going to make it for a really good game.
It is. Right, FIFA 22 is out soon. That's a date that always excites us, but it's even more exciting this year because this place is going to be in the game. And not only that, the lads are going to have their actual faces in the game, which you would have loved when you were playing. Because this week, yeah, they had their faces scanned and captured for the game. But last year, it's fair to say their faces were slightly more generic. So we tested the boys to see how many of their teammates they could recognise from FIFA 21.
Where's my hair gone? And I don't have that hair. No chance.
Chaz,
Yeah, Chaz, that's a good shout.
Yeah, Charlie, good.
I have no idea. Maybe Vita? No, Vita no.
Ponchis, huh? Is it?
I was about to say me, but it looks a bit more too mature for me with the beard.
This man can't grow a beard. So how can you say that?
What are you talking about?
Maybe you don't play for Brentford?
That looks a bit like Aaron Ramsey.
Matthias. Pontus? He's not as pretty as that. No chance.
Pontus? Nah. It's a shambles.
Pontus.
Pontus?
Poof, way off it.
Okay.
Why is his head so wide? Nah, he looks like Shrek.
Only the face like Harry Maguire, but...
That looks like me, huh? But what is this? What is this?
Nah, Sergi with the hair, innit?
Sergi.
Christian Norgard. Sergi? What?
Hey, it's me. No, please, I hope FIFA makes it better this year, huh?
Is it David? No. No.
Pepe Reina.
That has to be David, though.
Be David though.
Is it David?
Tiene que ser David.
It's between me and Alvaro. But I don't have bald hair, so it has to be Alvaro.
Yeah, it has to be David.
They do David like that?
Wow.
No way.
Yes, my bro.
Yes.
David, ay.
Oh, yeah, of course it's David.
Wow.
And he's updating sharp.
Has to be Alvaro. Me? Where's my hair gone? No chance. You guys have been messing about.
Someone Godos.
Saman. Of course.
Yeah, that's someone. Only by the beard.
Saman.
I know, there must be someone. He looks a bit mad here, though.
Someone got us.
Has to be Salmon, right?
Saman Godas, come on.
This is Christian.
Christian Norgard?
Yeah, Norga.
That has to be Chris.
Yes, maybe, but it looks like Vita.
Yeah, Chris.
That was easy.
Yeah, there we go.
Christian. Has to be Christian.
Yes, Christian.
Yes.
Yeah, he's not very handsome, so that's why.
Of course. I knew it.
I'm so good. I'm so good in this game.
But I win.
No.
Thank you very much.
What?
That must be you.
If that's me, I'm going in.
That's 100% you.
Who's this guy?
Who is this? Vita or Machi? Whoa, Matt Bistrup.
Bistro? Mats? Ooh!
We'll see. Bistro? Nah, that's miles off it.
The Marcus Force.
That's Bishop. Wow. No way. That looks more like Finn Stevens.
Mats Bistrup?
I'm saying you just because of the hair.
That's me. Oh my god.
But it's a good picture, though.
I hope that's Bryan.
Ah, this is Mbeumo.
Is it me?
Bryan. You can tell by here.
The hairline.
The hair.
Yeah, Bryan, that one's easy.
Mbeumo.
That's Bryan.
You can see it on his big head.
Has to be.
Yeah.
Don't mean turn it.
How they do him like that?
I know.
Come on.
Bryan Mbeumo.
Bit of fun that. We absolutely love FIFA and I cannot wait for the game to come out and we can have a little bit more fun with it. Lads, that's it for this week. Goes quick these days,
It's going
doesn't it?
too quick.
Too quick.
What are we going to do?
It is way too quick. I need more time with you boys.
Yeah, I'm all right, thanks.
joking.
Look, next week there's no show as it is International Week, but we're going to be back the week after on the 10th ahead of the Brighton game. For those of you travelling to Villa tomorrow, safe journey up. For those of you that aren't going, remember, you can catch the game on iFollow with Mark Burridge and Ben Burgess. Have a brilliant bank holiday, lads. What are you up to?
I'm not telling you.
I don't know what I'm going to do. He's thrown me. He's up to something
Yeah,
dodgy.
I don't care, all right? They're going all weird and secret.
Hey.
You guys have a great weekend. Come on, you bees. You Reds.